pas casser. Oui, n'oubliez pas casser. Mais si n'oubliez pas casser.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Nice to see you. Welcome to LIDE Live. I'm Rainn Wilson,
I'm Holiday Reinhorn.
and we're two of the three co-founders. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy Zoom, YouTube, Skype, COVID schedules to come see us here today. We're so glad you could join. This is something new that we're trying. We really wanted to share with the supporters of LIDE what it is that we do down in Haiti. So this is kind of a sneak peek behind the scenes of what goes on at LIDE Haiti. Let me just tell you a few of the facts. And by the way, most of the people you'll be seeing on the screen today are here in the United States. Some of the founders and some board members. Unfortunately, we're going to try and get some of the Haitians on the Zoom that's streaming via YouTube on the screen today. But there's electricity issues there that are very severe. There's Wi-Fi issues and 3G and 4G cell phone issues. So it's very, very difficult to get enough bandwidth to bring them on. But just some things that you need to know about LIDE Haiti is we started about 6 years ago after the earthquake, which was about 10 years ago, because we realized the importance of women and girls' education in Haiti. And so we also decided to work in rural Haiti. Right now, we're working in about 13 locations with about 1,000 girls. We have a Haitian staff of 75. So 99% of the people working for LIDE Haiti are of Haitian descent, and
96% women.
96% women. So it's an organization almost completely run by and for Haitian women. So basically, our programs are arts-based. We started with arts and swiftly added literacy. There's many other aspects to the programs we'll learn about today. We have a mobile computer lab, we have tutoring, we have scholarships. But it's about uplifting and empowering women and girls in rural Haiti, some of the poorest and least educated people in the Western Hemisphere, and trying to help give them a leg up and an opportunity to move forward. So to talk more about LIDE Haiti, the other co-founders will be speaking, including you.
Yay.
Holiday Reinhorn, my wife and co-founder. What are you here to talk to us about?
Thanks, Rainn. Yeah, so I'm just here to give you just a little nutshell of how this all came about. As Rainn mentioned, in 2009, we were given the opportunity to travel to Haiti to visit some schools. And in the process, became very, very interested in, as Rainn mentioned, the upliftment of women and girls, which, as we know, according to the United Nations and a lot of the conversations going on globally, the upliftment of one woman educates, and in a positive way, 100 other people in her sphere. So in terms of eradicating extreme poverty around the world, the education of women and girls is the way to go. That's the investment in the future. So we knew we were committed to that. And when we returned to Los Angeles from Haiti, only a couple of months later, this massive earthquake hit the country. People we knew lost their homes, all sorts of things went on, but the schools that we visited were able to operate as field hospitals. They were incredibly instrumental in the healing process. And right about that time, I got an email in my box from a UN-funded program asking for artists to come to Haiti. Creative writers, visual artists, photographers, etc. And I thought this was very strange because I assumed wouldn't medical personnel be needed, wouldn't map makers be needed, etc., etc. But it was asking for these artists to come down and teach a 2-week workshop in the arts to women and girls who had been displaced in a displacement camp. So we all went down and over 2 weeks taught writing and theater and photography to a group of about 40 women between the ages of 10 and 30. And what happened in that little group was so transformative, and we saw its power to build community, to help people heal, to get women back on their feet who had basically lost everything. And we thought this should be replicated. This is an amazing thing. So with our co-founder, Dr. Kathryn Adams, who has multiple degrees in psychosocial support and trauma healing and education, she went on a research trip, and with her, we traveled all around the country, and we met with community leaders, and we found that the Artibonite region said, please come. Women and girls in this region have really no resources. And we knew we had to be invited. We didn't want to just decide who needed it. And it was also really important to work in the rural areas because all of the services are sort of top heavy. They're all in the capital. And so more and more people are leaving the rural areas, coming to the capital, and there aren't resources to sustain this influx. So we knew we needed to build up resources in the rural areas. So we began our programs with 6 Haitian teachers who joined us. And the program has grown arms and legs. And according to all of this creativity by our Haitian staff, has really become what it is today. So I would like to now turn it over to our dear co-founder, Dr. Kathryn Adams, to tell you a little bit more about it.
Hi there, Holiday and Rainn, and bonsoir tout le monde en Haiti. Thank you all for joining us today. As Holiday mentioned, the girls in the rural areas that we serve really face a lot of struggles and don't have the opportunities that other kids have. In fact, when we were doing our very first program in Gonaive, we had gone out to the countryside to give the girls a day away in the countryside. And some farmers came by and started watching the program, and they said, would you do this for us? And we were like, of course, if you ask. And they were shocked because they said, we don't get to have things like this. And so, you know, it is important to give girls everywhere, even in rural, remote countryside areas, a voice. And that's what we try and do. We also build resiliency because of the difficulties that they face. It's not just disasters, it's also, you know, now going on 2 years of very violent political unrest that has closed their schools, and now COVID-19. And resiliency has factors of connection to others, ability to adapt, and a sense of hope and purpose. And we infuse this through the arts. But to really understand why these girls need that opportunity to build their own resiliency and to be valued from the inside. I want to share with you the voice of our Deputy Director of Education, Isabel Joseph, who told the story of our girls' lives while leading a meditation for some of our senior staff in the courtyard of our base during the lockdown. And we have this recorded for you. So please close your eyes, enter your imaginations, and allow yourselves to enter the world of the girls of LIDE.
On a imaginé que nous sommes anti-finalité. Anti-fille qui a dans le pays sous-développé. Qui était la caille famille, mais qui était la caille étranger. Peut-être que les cailles étrangers, ça parce que famille et parents, ils pas bien assez moyens transfert. C'est anti-fille. Mais imaginez que on a commencé vieille il a 50 ans. Tellement travail. C'est au qui le vécu pour nous. Il faut aller chercher le bien, ça que vous faites toujours. Vous marchez en ville. Quand on marche pour aller dans l'eau, c'est seulement si tu as gagné ou partir avec tête. Avec l'autre là, c'est vous faire manger tout le monde. Tout le monde va faire l'école, mon frère, cousin, mais vous-même, vous avez pour la révolution. Tout le travail, toute la vie, c'est fait. Vous pouvez imaginer si tu as joué de la cause par la bonne jour dans le comme on sent qui sont les faits là qui rêvent pour gagner là-dedans mais on va regarder le super vous allez voir vous voyez qu'il y a plus de questions vous voyez il y a plus de questions sur bien l'école, sur bien l'école. Je me rappelle comment vous utilisez une caméra. Imaginez vous-même qu'il y a là, des amis pour parler avec eux. Des gens qui enseignent sur photographie. Donc, ils ont dit que l'écriture, ce n'est pas encore vrai, mais c'est une façon pour évaluer tête.
So as you saw in Isabel's depiction of what our girls' lives are like, often they don't have opportunities to play, to be with friends, and just be a kid. And so one of the greatest gifts I think the programs give to the girls is that gift of allowing them to be young again. You know, they're women at the age of 12. And so LIDE gives them a place where they can actually be 12 or 14 or 16 and helps transition them to becoming women with a voice rather than just women who work. And, you know, our programs usually are very community-based. They are in groups. They are among each other. They are reaching out and holding hands and listening to one another and laughing with one another. When COVID-19 hit and we had to practice physical distancing, we didn't want these girls to be distanced socially and emotionally. But how can you do that at a physical distance in Haiti? You know, they can't log on to Zoom. We're trying to get one of our people to log on now, and she's here with us. But electricity isn't stable. In the countryside, you can't just plug in. You're seeing some pictures now of what their lives are like. And so they can't just do online schooling. So instead, what we did was we created some workbooks for them, which we gave to them so that they have activities they can do on their own that are like a little mini at-home LIDE program, helping them build learning skills, but also giving them a chance to just work through the emotions they are experiencing. We also have been doing some, and those are the workbooks right there in the photo. We're doing some small food distributions for kids who are most at risk. We have some kids in a program for youth with disabilities, and this is actually boys and girls because they are so marginalized in Haiti when they have a disability. And with COVID-19, they are very much at risk, especially our children with cerebral palsy. And so we've been reaching out to them and helping support them a little bit more. Beatrice, one of our nurses, goes out and visits them regularly. And Rosaline Duclair, who's with us right now in the South, also is a nurse and one of our coordinators. And she's also been checking on the children and youth down there. The other thing that we have done is set up teletutoring and telecounseling, meaning we can call them and they can call us on a toll-free line when they have a phone in order to get help with learning, with studying. The government of Haiti plans to go forward with national exams, although it has now been postponed until possibly September. But kids are trying to prepare for that with no support or instruction. And so we Hey, and we have another friend of ours who just joined, and I bet Rainn will introduce Jimmy Jean-Louis very soon. So kids are trying to study on their own. So we set up a way for them to connect with us and get some help, and also just to have someone to talk to. In our outreach to them over the phone, we've seen depression incidents go up greatly since this began. Kids were out of school all of fall. They did not go back to school in the fall due to political unrest. And so for them, this is the second time in a year their education has been disrupted, which has affected their sense of hope. The other things that we have done, though, is to support through collaborations, training in the psychosocial impacts of a pandemic and being isolated, and also helping educate both our participants and the community around them on how to practice social distancing, what the signs are of COVID-19, and how to practice safe hand washing and hygiene. And so now we're going to show you a little video that one of our staff, Roselyne Duclair, in Koto in the South, put together to help teach kids and people in Haiti about washing their hands. Hopefully we have that video. I don't think we have the sound on the video, but if you're reading the instructions, she's actually speaking in Creole so that we could share this on our social media there. And while she's showing, I'm going to explain a little bit that we've set up a thing called a Tippy Tap, which gives people the ability to wash their hands with water from a little gallon container that they tip with their feet. And it's something that we learned how to do through one of our partners, Flamenco. A plus, Roselyne. Okay, so wash your hands, folks, whether you're doing it in Creole or English, it's all the same. All right, so I'm going to pass it back to Rainn and Holiday.
Okay, and we're back. Hi, everybody. Hey, I wanted to bring Jimmy on. Matt, can you bring Jimmy on and his video and unmute him? If he's there, Jimmy, say a quick hello. Jimmy Jean-Louis is an ambassador at large for the country of Haiti. He's been a big supporter of LIDE for a long time. He's involved in many charitable works all over the place. Hi, Jimmy.
Hey, what's up, guys?
As you know, we're streaming live, letting people know about LIDE Haiti and what we're doing down there for all of our different arts activities, literacy, and COVID-19 work. And thanks so much for coming on. And I just wanted to say a quick hello. And if you could maybe let us know what you hear from the ground in Haiti, from your world, how it's going down there and where your heart is right now.
Yeah, I mean, I've been speaking a lot with people over there, and even though Haiti has not been extremely affected up until now, but it seems to be that things are getting a little bit worse. So if it's the case, we really have to be careful, because I don't think that Haiti has the capacity to really fight against anybody who's really affected. So yeah, there's a lot of effort that needs to be done still to let people know how to stop getting the disease, you know, such as washing your hands, as you just mentioned earlier, you know, wear your mask and all those basic things that we sort of accustomed to right now. But yeah, I was on the phone with the director of PADF yesterday or a few days ago, and yeah, it's the same concern. You know, everybody's trying to make videos so people can understand that it's a big deal. You know, don't take it lightly. So yeah, that's what I hear.
And it must be especially challenging in Haiti, where people need to sell a few carrots or a few bananas or a few mangoes to make some money. They've got to go to the markets, you know, in order to make the money to live. And it's part of Haitian culture, you know.
Yeah, so that's their reality. The thing is, they have to get out to eat, and it's going to be very difficult to stop them from doing that. So we just have to keep on gauging the whole situation and see how that affects people. It looks like we've been maybe not lucky, but I think maybe weather has been a factor in the fact that not too many Haitians have been affected by the disease right now. But still, we have to be careful, and I don't know, whatever we can do to help, whatever LIDE can do to help. I know you guys have been on ground for many years. I still remember the first meeting with you, Rainn, and Holiday, talking about LIDE. So I'm really proud of what you guys have been doing, and the most difficult thing, I guess, is to keep doing it. And the fact that LIDE keeps doing it is a huge deal. People have no idea. So that's why, whatever support anyone can give to LIDE is definitely necessary at this point.
Thanks so much, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thanks for your time, and thanks for stopping in today. Now, Jimmy's a great actor. You've seen him on different television shows and movies. Now I'm going to talk a little about the theater, and the acting that we do at LIDE. So thanks, Jimmy. Thanks for stopping by.
Nice one. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Take care. Okay, bye-bye.
All right. So Matt, now bring me back, please, because I'm going to talk a little bit about the theater. We can mute Jimmy. There we go. Thanks so much. So when we started, like Holiday said, we saw the power of the arts to really affect these young girls' lives. And that was our first impulse, was to bring arts education to this much abused population. We swiftly saw that literacy needed to be added. Then people needed scholarships. Then they needed tutoring. They needed computer help. They needed healthcare help. So all of these things have been added to LIDE. But fundamentally, there are some arts programs that we do that we wanted to share with you today. Why do we do the arts? Why do we do theater? Well, when you have girls that most of whom can't read or write and are very alienated even from their neighbors in a lot of ways, theater does all kinds of amazing things. First of all, it gets girls who maybe their opinion has never been asked before in their lives. It gets them talking. It gives them a voice. It gives them a means of self-expression. They're connecting language to bodies. That's a big part of what they do. It builds community. Theater builds trust between people. You have to rely on people and use other people to communicate. It connects what's in your heart to what's in your body to what comes out of your mouth and off of your lips and tongue using language. So it creates imagination. So all of these are tools not to create a bunch of professional actors in rural Haiti, but a tool for empowerment, resilience, and community building. And we've seen some really powerful effects of the theater. We're going to go to a video now of Ralph Entelus, who's the Deputy Director of Counseling and Education, and he's leading a theater game. A lot of what we do in theater is games, because the roots of theater starts in children playing and pretending and playing with each other. And if we can get the girls playing and pretending with each other and build from that, that's a very good thing. So Ralph is leading some of the staff in a really fun theater game right in our courtyard of our building in rural Haiti. So take it away.
Hello everybody, my name is Ralph. Today I'm with Isabel, Beatrice and Maxon. And we're gonna play a fun game. We call it the opposite game. So let's go. Okay, I'm gonna explain the game. Okay, you're gonna do exactly the opposite what I tell you to do, okay? If I say stop, you're gonna walk. If I say walk, you're gonna stop. And when I say jump, you're gonna squat. And when I say squat, you're gonna jump. Okay? Let's try it. Okay, copy. Machine. Copy. Machine. Copy. Marcher. Jump. Squat. Jump. Squat. Marcher. Camper. Marcher. Camper. Marcher. Camper. Jump. Squat. Squat. Squat pour voler. Squat. Jump. Squat. Jump. Squat. Jump. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Fantastic. So you guys, listen, this is what we're going to do real quick. We're going to play a little theater game right now. Okay. So then we're going to talk about some yoga, and then we're going to do some creative writing and some other fun activities and information coming your way. But right now it's interactive. Let's turn on all the videos there, Matt. Everyone, okay, listen, you guys are watching on YouTube right now, right? Okay, I know this is embarrassing and weird. I need you all to stand up and be a part of this game. Okay?
Where's my video?
Great.
Okay.
There's
Hi,
Rosaline.
Aaron. Hi, Rosaline. So this is a game that one of our first games that we played in Haiti, and it's called JJ Koulé. So I did a little research on this game, and apparently this is an African call and response song, and it made its way to Chicago when people were doing theater games back in the 60s and 70s, Viola Spolin, and they turned it into a real simple children's theater game that is played all over the place. I played it in Chicago when I was a teenager, and now we're bringing this to Haiti. So it's interesting having essentially an African game brought via Chicago to Haiti to the descendants of Africans. And it's called JJ Koulé. So what I'm gonna do is there's a series of phrases. I'm gonna do a phrase and a movement, and you're gonna repeat it. That's all it is. And then someone else leads, and they do the series of phrases and movements, and we'll repeat what they do. So it gets people being silly, moving in their bodies, connecting, communicating, expressing with their bodies. So here's how it goes, okay? Everyone stand up, come on. Campe, stand up, everyone get ready. I know this is ludicrous. Here we go. We're gonna go like this. JJ Koulé.
JJ
Koulé.
Come on, Rosaline.
I can't. She does it every day.
Okay, here we go. Kobiste. Kobiste langa. Langa chumanga.
Langa.
Okay, holiday, go.
JJ Koulé.
JJ Koulé.
Kobiste.
J Kobiste.
Langa.
Kobiste langa.
Chumanga.
Langa chumanga. All right, Aaron.
Oh no. No,
Say
nothing.
JJ Koulé.
JJ Koulé.
JJ Koulé.
JJ Koulé.
JJ Koulé. Kobiste.
What is it?
J Kobiste.
Jacobiste.
Kobiste langa.
Kobiste Langa.
Kobiste langa.
Kathryn, you do it.
I threw Aaron, our board member, right into the flames. Go ahead, Kathryn. Bring it home.
Okay. JJ Koulé.
JJ
JJ Koulé.
Jacobiste.
Jacobiste.
Kobiste Langa.
Kobiste Langa.
Langa Chumanga.
Langa Chumanga.
A+.
All right, A+.
Madam
So-
Kathryn.
These are some of the kinds of games that we play. They get very silly. Some of them are profound. They're very beautiful. They're getting girls to connect, relate, have fun, express themselves, and find their voice. So skipping around a little bit here, we're gonna go to, oh, okay, we moved
Photo.
to the yoga. So Erin, take it away.
And that was a perfect exercise to get into our bodies. One thing that we do with LIDE is we use all of the skills from our founders, from our board members, from community leaders like Jimmy Jean-Louis. And one thing, we try to bring all of the tools that we have for coping and for dealing with trauma to our participants, because the things that work for us naturally, universally work for the people that we care for in LIDE and with our students and our participants. And so Kathryn has been very helpful with helping to develop a yoga program, movement program, breath work. And I've been very fortunate to be a part of helping to bring that to our LIDE participants in Haiti as well. One reason for bringing yoga to LIDE, so it may look a little bit different in LIDE and in Haiti than it does to us in the Western world. But we believe that LIDE yoga is yoga for every body, and that it involves the movement and breath work to help all of our participants truly arrive in the space where they can be creative and they can be open to new ideas. We believe that yoga is a healing practice to ground and to center ourselves, which is another reason why we wanted to bring it to our participants, all of our students. For me personally, I believe that yoga is a tool that helps us tolerate living in our bodies. And so to that end, I feel that bringing yoga to our participants in LIDE enabled us to help them deal with trauma, because yoga helps us to deal with trauma by teaching us to sit with discomfort, to feel the air moving against our skin, something that's always available to us, to get grounded in our own embodied experience. It provides an inner focus. It provides a sense of calm in the middle of chaos. And for our students, something that Rainn was reminding me earlier is that often this might be the only time in a day when our participants who work very hard and they work doing manual labor that many of us never have to do. And these are girls that are so young. And in order to come to the space where they can be creative and do some creative work, this provides a way for them to ground themselves, to feel calm and feel centered, maybe just for the only time that they get during a day. And like meditation, it's a tool that they can use for their self-care and for their mental health. And particularly at this time, during COVID-19, during isolation, during civil unrest, it's a way to always be able to feel grounded and to come back to yourself. And also another thing Kathryn was reminding me this morning that I needed to bring up, to us, everything that we do at LIDE is available to everybody in our LIDE program, including our BSF participants who are boys and girls who are differently abled. And of course, we brought the LIDE yoga program to them as well. So whether they were in wheelchairs or had other abilities that needed to be worked with, we all did yoga together. And that it included stretching, breath work. The room was quiet as a pin when I was there. And all of us stretching, elongating our bodies, using our spines, our muscles, our breath. It was really beautiful. And at LIDE, we do yoga wherever we can. And you're going to see this in this next video that we're going to show you. It's an iPhone video that was taken of our LIDE nurse, Beatrice Pierre. She's speaking in Creole. And as she leads our senior staff through a short stretching sequence that's filmed in the front yard of our LIDE house in Gonaive, you're going to hear the sights and sounds of Haiti behind her. So you'll hear motos, you'll hear sirens, you'll hear people, you'll hear chickens probably, the wind. But that's part of our yoga. So a lot of times we do it standing, we do it wherever we are, and we just take the time to settle in and to be in community and then access our breath. And so if we have that video queued up, then maybe I'll invite all of us to stand up and we can do yoga together.
Bonsoir tout le monde, moi c'est Béatrice. Aujourd'hui, nous allons faire ensemble quelques exercices yoga. Nous campons droite. pieds nous à plat. N'a lever mes nous. N'a contré sous tête nous. N'a descendu doucement. N'a levé encore. N'a descendu. Ok. Nous allons aller avec épaule. Nous allons aller avec eux par derrière. Nous fait un cercle. Nous continuer. Nous continuer. Nous fait sens inverse. Nous continuer. Nous continuer. Nous mettez mes doigts devant. Nous supporter là avec mes gauche. Nous avancé le bien sur nous. Ensuite, nous levez mes doigts en l'air. Nous mettez le nord de nous. Nous prenons mes gauches. Nous mettez le sous-coude. Nous allons étirer sous bord gauche pendant que nous regardons par en bas. Ok. Nous allons aller avec l'épaule en arrière. Sens inverse. Pour nous prendre mes gauche, nous mettons le devant. Nous supporter là avec mes droites. Nous avancer le bien sur nous. Nous lever mes gauches en l'air. Nous mettons le dos. Nous prenons mes droites. Nous mettons le sous coude. Nous allons étirer sous bord droite pendant que nous regardons par en bas. Nous avons écarté les pieds nous. Bien écarté. Nous avons levé mes nous, nous avons contré sous tête encore. Ensuite, nous descendons doucement. Nous allons prendre appui sous cuisse nous. Nous allons entrer dans nous. Ensuite, nous allons sortir. Nous allons entrer. Nous allons lever mes mains encore. Nous descendons tout doucement. Nous levons la porte. Nous descendons tout doucement. Merci parce que nous avons participé à la séance de Casa.
Much for being a part of that. And so now I think
All right, Aaron froze a little bit, but I think that was beautiful. And now we're gonna go to Kathryn in photography.
Hi, thank you. So as you saw and hopefully experienced, hopefully you were standing up and doing all these things, you know, the theater and the yoga, they really help with that aspect of resiliency building that is about adaptability. You know, that when we allow our bodies to move in ways we're not used to moving, it exercises the ability in our mind to adapt to change. And the other aspect of resiliency that I want to talk about a little is connection to others and the importance of that. We like to say that the deeper your roots, the more able you are to withstand the winds. In Haiti, there is a tree called the ouzo. And that song was actually playing, if you happened to log on earlier, you heard a song about the ouzo, that it bends in hurricanes, but it doesn't break. And that's because it's flexible and it's deeply rooted. Those roots are like your connections to people. And, you know, photography is something that we've always done in LIDE because it gives everybody a voice and everybody a way of telling a story and everybody a way of connecting to others. Many people in Haiti do not have the educational opportunities that the rest of the world has. In the countryside, there is a over 50% illiteracy rate. And so many of our girls in our programs arrive without the ability to read and write. It's one of the things we teach, but in the meantime, they have a story to tell. And so photography allows them in just the click of a camera to share the way they see the world. And someone who's become brilliant at helping girls discover this in themselves is our Deputy Director of Programs, Surette Rigaudon. And Surette has a gift for connecting with the people that she takes photos of. And so we asked her if she could talk about that aspect of photography and share that with you. And I also want to put out to all of you that maybe in this time of lockdown and separation, you could find ways to tell your story through photographs or video. So I'm gonna let Matt, our wizard in the background, turn it over to Surette's story.
Bonsoir tout le monde, moi c'est Serette et ça qui arrive que nous photo mon pile sur page Facebook, Instagram yo. On devait parler aujourd'hui de photographie et connexion qui gens que nous capable matcher thème ça avec photographie. Là nous te fait commencer photographie dans programme là. Si mesdames nous te kan gen deux réactions. C'est ça te kan a barrer visage yo ou bien yo te kan faire pause. OK, yo prend pause, les n'a fait photo yo. Et moi, je viens comprendre que yo pas vraiment quoi dans tête yo, pas confiance, yo pas aimer image yo. Mais là que nous faisons comprendre que moun yo yo belle, yo pas besoin de comparer avec l'autre monde pour dire que si yo bon ou pas et que même yo gen valeur, si yo vinn pas gen même réaction vis-à-vis photographie et vinn bon relation de confiance entre yo même avec. Et c'est une connexion qui fait que les m'a fait photo yo kounya yo à l'aise, yo ouvert, yo montrer vrai yo même, yo montrer moun yo ya. Donc pour moi même c'est toujours un plaisir pour me capturer une image que je pensais qui montrait toute beauté yo, qui montre dans toute splendeur yo. Et j'espère que yo même Jean moi ouais yo, Jean l'autre moun ouais yo arrivé ouais ça dans yo même, ça qui bon.
That was amazing. Thank you, Surette. And what a perfect example of that sense of connectivity, of flexibility, adaptability. There's one element that, you know, when we were talking about all the ways that arts can feed the soul and bring out the voice of a young girl who hasn't had the opportunity, and that was described to me so well when we were working initially in the tent in Port-au-Prince. And after a writing exercise that we did, one of the girls came up and said, I understand what you're doing. I understand what this program is. And I said, tell me, what do you think? And she said, well, you know, people come to our country all the time and they bring us rice and they bring us food and they bring us shoes. And none of it matters. None of it matters if we don't have hope. And the arts bring us hope. And that just made all the sense in the world to us in terms of empowering the soul of a girl. And so really what is at the center of LIDE is this idea of telling one's own story and celebrating storytelling, like throughout human history. It's one of our most powerful gifts. And so what I wanted to do, as Isabel mentioned, many of us, all of us, and I've taught at universities, I've taught all around the world in community spaces, theater spaces, adult learners, and all of us need to take the idea of writing out of the academy and out of creating a product and out of thinking our way through a piece of writing, and instead focusing on the process and on the imagination and on writing from the imagination. And so that is what our writing program is all about at LIDE. And so I'm going to take you through a little bit of a journey. All of you at home in your living rooms can grab a pencil and paper. This is an example.
Or an iPhone or
an
a
iPhone.
laptop and bring up your notes app, something to write on, but pencil and paper is best.
That's right. And the beauty of this is this practice, you can take it anywhere. You can get your friends together on Zoom. We certainly have during the pandemic. It's given us all sorts of opportunity, but the basic central tenet is to have a notebook and to have a 10-minute a day writing practice. This is not in order to write a novel. It certainly can make a novel, but the idea of checking in with your writing each day and saving it, keeping a table of contents, and over the period of time, you can have a really great sense of what your writing has to show you. And you can really take a deep dive into where you're going in your life. And the pandemic has certainly offered us a great deal of that type of clarification. So here we go. First of all, I would like you to take out that pen and paper, as I mentioned, or iPhone, and just close your eyes for a second. Get back into your body. Check in with your breathing. Feel the rise and fall of your diaphragm. And just see the power of your life force breathing you without any effort. You're alive. And I'd like you to come to your page and write without stopping a little grocery list, like 10 things. It's a list exercise. 10 things that have made you feel more connected during this COVID-19 pandemic. 10 things that have made you feel more connected. Some things may appear on the list that you have no idea you thought that. You may start writing other things. That's wonderful. Just keep the pen moving and allow the writing to show you the way. I'm just going to take a brief
10 things that
10 things that made me feel more connected during this global pandemic, that in one way or another affected every one of us in the human family. And now just write a line under it. You're finished. That's your finished piece. And I want you quickly to give it a title, any title. And now I'd like you to write 10 things that you've learned about yourself. 10 things that you've learned about yourself during this pandemic. And we don't have to run for class president. It's not like we're saying how great we are or whatever. I mean, be really honest, dig deep. What things have you learned? Some of them may be attractive, some not so attractive, but we get to be human on the page. We're not writing an essay or an expository writing piece. We're telling the truth. And finally, the third part of the exercise, after you've given that one a title too, so you give it a title, you'll even have a table of contents going forward after today. So now that the world is in varying forms of reopening and we're going out and about a little more, 10 things that give you hope going forward. 10 things that give you hope. And if you've written a skit instead, that's amazing. If you've written about things that have made you feel hopeless at times, that's okay too. This is about allowing, we have permission to say anything. That's another part of what's so important about storytelling, is it gets to say what can't be said. It gets to test the boundaries. I had a really profound experience at the Iowa Writers Workshop in my graduate program. I went into my thesis advisor, a writer named Barry Hanna, and I said, you know, I don't know where I'm going with any of this. And he said, you know what if writing was just about joy? What if it was just about joy? And so I'm going to leave that with you, because when we are writing, we are talking about the alphabet and spelling and editing, and we have this weird thing called the cursor on our computer that we immediately want to go back and make it better. Let's just have it be about joy. I wanted to share with you a piece of writing by one of our LIDE students named Esther that I think encapsulates this process perfectly. It's called I See the Sky. And I think we all see the sky differently these days. I see the sky. Yes, I see the sky. I see that sky looking at me. I see the sky as a great river. I see the sky as a giant tree that sways with the wind as a rain falls. I see the sky. Yes, I see the sky. I see the sky as the potometan. I see the sky as the branches of the mango tree that lets its mangoes fall. And potometan means mother or central tent pole. I talk to the sky. Yes, I talk to the sky. I say, look at me to not make a mistake. Look at me to not be afraid. I talk to the sky. Yes, I talk to the sky. I tell the sky, never see just my surface. See me. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, all of you, for coming today. Do we have a chance, Matt, to see everyone's faces a little bit out there?
So thank you so much for attending. I'd love to see if Kathryn or Aaron have any last words. We wanted to give you a sneak peek of what we've been doing for the last 6 years in LIDE on the ground in Haiti. Just a little taste, meet some of our Haitian staff, see some of our exercises and arts that we do, as well as some other things. So it was really nice to share this with you. Thank you for taking an hour out of your day to spend it with us and have a little mini trip to Haiti. And you know, we titled this LIDE is Everywhere because we think that these programs are applicable no matter where you are, that the expression and voice that's given to one through the arts, the peace and tranquility that can be given, and coping skills and mental health skills that can be given through meditation and yoga. The specific health skills are really needed for young people and teenagers all over the world. And we want LIDE to be everywhere. And today it is everywhere. It's in California, and it's in New York City and Philadelphia and everywhere.
Miami. People
that are tuning in and watching, and Haiti. So we love sharing what we do, and thank you so much for being a part of it.
Yeah, and you have been such an amazing support group over the years. We just wanted to give it back. So thank you for joining us. Kathryn, did you?
Yeah, you know, we've talked a lot about the vulnerability of the girls in the program and anyone who's been a part of LIDE. And as we were going through that exercise with you, Holiday, today, and I was thinking about what are the things I have learned during this time. One of the things I learned was that I am vulnerable too, and that's okay, because we all are. And also that I am not alone. You know, I may be living alone in an isolated space in order to stay safe, but none of us are alone. That we really are one human family. And that's why, whether it's in Haiti or Venezuela or Syria or the United States, we all need to be there for one another and to reach into our hearts and see our souls. That's what matters, not the job we go to, the car we drive, it's what's inside. And so I hope that this experience today has helped everybody take an hour to focus on what really matters. And that's what this is all about. And that's what LIDE is about. Thanks.
You did. Thank you, Kathryn. I want to give a special thank you to Matt Andrews, who put this whole thing together. He did magnificent work. He's our Chief Communications and Marketing and Technology Officer, jack of all trades. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for everyone who attended. Thank you, Aaron, our board member, Dr. Kathryn Adams.
Thank you, everybody.
And all of the great Haitian staff of 75 down there in Haiti. So sorry they couldn't attend due to technological and Wi-Fi and 4G, 3G issues. This was just too much, but they're the ones who do all the work. They're the ones who make this thing run so smoothly. They're the ones connecting with and empowering almost 1,000 girls in 13 locations all over Haiti, rural Haiti. And our praise and greatest thanks goes to our staff of LIDE Haiti.
Yes, and we say 1,000 thank yous. Merci, merci, merci en pile.
There they are.
There they are. Yay.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thank you.